Back in my Seattle days, I did like photography as a hobby on the side, all that stuff, and um, a lot of travel stuff, and I did some like weddings and stuff for friends and things like that, and it did become a business for a while. But it's stressful as hell. Don't ever do weddings. But for me, I love photography, and I love taking and documenting everything that I did and everywhere that I went. And then I met a bunch of like food professionals, bloggers, writers, reviewers, chefs. It's like this. Turns out there's like this huge community of food people in Seattle and around the world. You know, they're all connected. It introduced me to like a whole new world. And before that, I was just eating on my own. Like with friends and stuff, and just checking out like the best spots and stuff. Right. This was before like Instagram and influencers. Right. It was mostly blogs, and this was even before the time of Yelp or Tabelog or whatever. So I met this group of people that actually wrote for magazines and newspapers, and like food reviewers, right? And it opened me up to like this whole world of food lovers. And after eating with them for a while and connecting with these people and taking photos of the food when we go out and eat, they're like, "Hey, Luuvu, you should do food photography." I was like, "Wait, what is that?" What is food photography? Well, it turns out there's like a whole genre of photography where you focus on food, and restaurant needs it, and websites and whatever, right? Newspapers, magazines, and events, food events. So I got linked into all of that, and like food photography became kind of my thing. And people were connecting me into like all sorts of stuff in food because of my photography. I did magazines, I did newspapers, I shot like big food events. I did this whole stint with Zagat review. It's kind of like a Michelin guide almost, and it linked me into this another whole different level of food where I actually get to connect with restaurants and chefs and people around the world, and that's actually what brought me to Tokyo in a way, is that like how I was able to thrive here in Tokyo is because of my passion for food and the knowledge that I have behind food and my food photography that got me in the door with many restaurants and many professionals. I've shot with some of the best restaurants in the world while being living in Tokyo. So I'm very grateful for that. Ever since I started like street photography, I mean, I've always done like documentary photography when I travel, but like the genre of like street is like still kind of new to me, and everything. Ever since I started that, I kind of lost that whole food side of me. Kind of put that behind, like in the background, just because I was focused on a different genre, right? But now I think, I'm starting to remember myself and where I was, and like a big part of me, and that's food. That's why I'm trying to kind of change my brand a little bit. Not change, but like go back to my roots, my core. What that core is, it's food and it's photography. Half of the reason why I travel is I travel for food. Try new restaurants, bars, and then go back to my favorites, long-time establishments that locals love, and seek out those new shops. Even like coffee now, look out for coffee, look out for craft beer bars. These are all like new, younger genres in the food industry. Craft cocktails, natural wine. I'm into it, all of it. And using the following that I have already built to share that experience with people. Because a lot of people, I notice, like when they come to Tokyo, guess what? they're going to the same restaurant, same ramen shop, same thing as everybody else because they saw some viral video online, right? That's not even the best that Tokyo can offer. That's just a viral video. That's all it is. It was Instagram or TikTok made that place popular. Like, I'm not necessarily gonna show them the best of Tokyo, but what I'm gonna do is show people what a local foodie or food lover likes to do when he goes out and goes shoot. Guess what? You get hungry, you get thirsty. And when you're in a neighborhood, you may not know where to go, but guess what? I do. It's like I feel like a nice coffee or a hot coffee, and I know exactly where to go in that specific neighborhood. Or I feel like a sandwich, or I feel like a bowl of ramen, or I feel like whatever is good in that neighborhood, I'm gonna go there. And that's what I'm gonna share with people. It's gonna be the best experience you can have while you're out. So when you're visiting Tokyo, don't forget to visit me, Streets and Eats.